Yeah.
Okay. Sorry, bro. My connection went haywire for a second. Is it good now?
Yeah, yeah, you're good. I can hear you.
Okay. My bad. Everything you were saying about Volkanovski, I did not hear. So if you would be so kind to
Oh, I
please
just was
repeat
wondering
yourself.
if his loss was in the UFC, but it wasn't. It was back in 2013.
No, it wasn't in the UFC. No, no.
Yeah, so he's undefeated in the UFC.
Yeah. Oh, for sure. Yeah, he hadn't lost a fight since then. But what gets me, man, is like, you know what I'm saying? I think that's the kryptonite for Max Holloway is somebody a powerful puncher because when he went up to 155 and fought Dustin Poirier, man, it just was a huge diff. And Max was hitting Dustin.
I don't think he did it right because he just did it from 45. I think he gave him a year to build the muscle. I think it's a different result. But yeah, no, it's the power. When he gets hit hard, it just kind of he loses track of what he's doing, and then he doesn't focus on his game plan. Then he just goes back and forth about trying to get it back, and then it
And,
just never works.
and he hit Poirier with some good shit. He hit Poirier with some good
And
shit,
yeah, and then
dude.
it didn't touch. Poirier didn't move.
No, no, not at all, bro. It was because Poirier looked like a welterweight in there, bro. Poirier is already talking about fighting at 170. He needs to go ahead and
Oh
do
no,
it,
yeah, he
dude.
wants to fight Ali Quinte at 170.
That'd be a good fight. That'd be a good damn fight. Fuck,
I
man.
think Ali Quinte is too small for 170.
You think he should be a lightweight?
Yeah, yeah, but I mean, for Dustin Poirier, I like Dustin Poirier at 170 because his frame is fucking huge.
Yeah, dude. He's a big boy. He's gotten big for sure. You know what I'm saying? But he couldn't do nothing in there with Khabib. Oof. They couldn't do nothing in there with Khabib. Nothing. I
No,
mean,
Tony Ferguson's gonna beat Khabib though.
that's very possible, bro. That's very possible,
No,
homie.
that fight is for whoever wins that fight is the lightweight goat. I don't give a fuck what anyone says.
Do you think so?
That's it. Both of them are on a 12 fight winning streak. I mean, like, and they're fighting in the best era right now, and like this is it. This is it. Whoever wins this fight is the greatest lightweight in UFC history.
I agree with that, man. I agree with it. You got to give it to him.
But Tony Ferg getting that ass.
Yeah, he. I mean, it's the scramble, man. It's the
Dude, the
scramble.
scramble and that he doesn't rest on the ground. Like when
Yeah.
Khabib gets people down, they try to escape and they try to get up and they waste all his energy. Tony Ferguson has a fantastic guard and is gonna light what the other fighter does. It's gonna be fucking awesome. I can't wait.
It's gonna be interesting, man. It's gonna be interesting
But
to
we shouldn't
see.
talk about it a lot because this is the fifth time. I don't want to get too excited.
Yeah, I agree, dude. Because you know what I'm saying. This fight is jinxed. Everybody and Connor's talking about
Yeah.
standing in for it and shit. You know what I'm saying? If this
I'd be
fight,
so fucking pissed if that happens.
me too, bro. I can't even gonna lie about it, dude. I would be too.
If something happens to either guy and then and Connor gets to step in, I hope the other guy wins.
Oh, dude, Tony Ferguson would beat the fuck out of Conor McGregor, bro.
Oh no, both of them will. I mean, Khabib already did,
Yeah, exactly. That's why I'm saying Tony
and
Ferguson
like
would
Connor
too.
can say all that bullshit about him being his mind state. It's a style problem. You can't wrestle. You didn't lose that fight because you were partying and drinking all the fucking time. You lost that fight because you can't wrestle.
Dude, come on, man. Give him some
Like
slack, Taylor.
unless you catch Khabib like he caught Aldo, he loses that fight 10 out of 10 times.
Yeah, he hit Khabib a couple of times, dude. He wasn't hurting Khabib. Like his power wasn't nothing that Khabib hadn't felt. Dude, Michael Johnson cracked Khabib, bro. Like Michael Johnson cracked him, and he stumbled Khabib. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Conor hit him any harder. Oh my
But
bad.
it's different too because Khabib hates Gregor. That's a different anger when you're in there with someone you hate.
I guess so, man. I guess so, because he beat his ass, man. He beat his ass. Yo, Taylor, can you hear me? connection going haywire, y'all. I don't know what's wrong with it. That shit be acting crazy. But
You live in North Carolina?
nah, man. So what you looking forward to, man, and what's coming up? What fights are you looking forward to, bro?
The one tomorrow, Tyson Fury and Deontay Wilder.
Oh man, he's on that boxing train.
Dude, I love that shit.
Yeah,
Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury are my two favorite boxers. So, I mean, I want Deontay Wilder to win, but I could care either way. I don't give a shit. As long as the fight's fantastic like the first one, anyone can win.
Yeah. Yeah.
That one, I mean, the fight tomorrow, the main event is fucking dope. I mean, that fight is really the only one I'm looking forward to. I mean, there's a couple on there that when I look at it, like, okay, that's pretty cool. But Paul Felder's Dan Hooker is a hell of a fight.
That's a hell of a fight. That's a hell of a fight, bro. That's a hell of a fight, for sure. I'm not sleeping on that fight at all.
Who do you got in that fight?
I'm going to have to go with Dan Hooker, bro. I'm going to have to go with Dan Hooker.
I was going with Paul Felder up until I saw the stats about, like, the reach and the height and the age. And I was like, oh, fuck, okay. Nah, Dan Hooker in New Zealand, he's 5 years younger. He has a 5.5 or a 4.5 inch reach. I think he's taller. I think he's longer.
Yeah.
And I just don't. I don't know. I don't. There's nothing like Paul Felder. I mean, I think he has good wrestling and good grappling, but I don't think he can take. I don't think he can hold Dan Hooker down.
Yeah.
I think Dan Hooker is just gonna. That whole camp is just riding a wave right now with Izzy winning a title, Alexander Volkanovski winning a title. That camp is just. It's their year.
Yeah.
It's their time, and they're taking everything from everyone.
Yeah, you're right about that, dude. You're right about that. But I really feel like Dan Hooker's gonna take this fight, man. I like Paul Felder a lot. He's a great commentator. You know, he's a great fighter.
He's a fantastic fighter, but I just don't. I don't think he can beat Dan Hooker.
Great wrestling, powerful striker, but you know, I just think Dan Hooker knows how to use his reach. Dan Hooker's he hits hard as fuck. People underestimate the power of Dan Hooker. Dan Hooker hits hard as fuck.
Can you believe he made 45?
No, I can't believe that, dude, because he's fucking enormous. Huge. Dude, he's fucking enormous, bro. Dan Hooker is huge. You know, so it's kind of hard to see Paul Felder, especially the way Paul Felder looked in his last fight. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to see Paul Felder beat him.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be similar to when he fought Mike Perry at 170.
Yeah,
Dan Hooker is 4 times the fighter Mike Perry is. And Mike Perry just overwhelmed him with power and pressure.
Yeah.
And Dan Hooker not going to take a step back. It's in his hometown, and he's going to show out. And he's going to get in there, and he's just going to put it on him like he never has before.
Yeah, I see that happening too, bro. I see that exact same outcome happening. I don't see it. I mean, I'm not really impressed by Paul Felder, man. I mean, I don't really see anything about him that can present any kind of problem for Dan Hooker.
Like, he looked fantastic against James Vick.
Yeah.
Then when he fought Edson Barbosa, I was like, dude, this is not the same Paul Felder I saw 6 months ago.
Yeah.
He was hesitant. He didn't want to pull the trigger. He was just kind of playing it up. He was playing the point game. And Dan Hooker don't do that shit.
No, Dan Hooker will knock you the fuck out.
Yeah, Dan Hooker ain't here to play games win by decision. He's here to turn your fucking lights off.
Yeah, man. So what do you think Dan Hooker's chances would be against somebody like Khabib?
Oh, I don't think anyone outside of Tony Ferguson has a ground at Khabib.
Yeah.
I mean, like, maybe you could, like, because of the size, he could maybe keep him off. But I thought the same thing with Dustin. Like, Dustin's big, and he's gonna take him down. But I think he could get up and he could kind of like stop the takedown a little bit, and he walked through Dustin Poirier like it was nothing. Got caught in that third round, but I mean that was Dustin Poirier's last effort. That was all he had was in that third round, and Khabib still walked through it, recovered, and was able to get top control and put the choke on him. Yeah, outside Tony Ferguson, I don't know anyone that has a ground game. I mean, Kevin Lee. I think Kevin Lee and Tony Ferguson have the best shots to compete with Khabib just because of their backgrounds in grappling and wrestling. But it's until you see weakness in Khabib outside of like the scrambles and his lack of technique and striking is his advantage.
Yeah,
because it's just you don't get looks like that in the gym. Like, no one brings a right hand from their fucking knee and clips you with it because it takes too long. Then Khabib's out there dropping Conor with it. Like, his lack of striking technique is his technique.
Exactly. That's what I
like,
tell.
Because you're not getting that same look in the gym. You're getting technical looks in the gym from strikers. You're not getting that unorthodox, like weird striking that he has, and that's his advantage. That's how he's able to catch people because no one sees it coming because you've never seen it before.
That's what I said, dude. The style of striking that grapplers develop is never quite like when you have a grappler that's good with his hands. It's never quite technical. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And I think that itself is a style within itself. Like that's a style of its own. Because you see
if you master that and you get good at it, then that's yours.
Because you see people, you see Khabib uses that. You know what I'm saying? You see Tyron Woodley uses that. You know what I'm saying? Like when Tyron Woodley dropped Darren Till didn't see that shit coming.
Tony Ferguson can land an elbow and you don't even see it coming.
Tony Ferguson, you know what I'm saying?
Like you're standing there and then he blinks and your fucking nose is cut open and you have no idea what happened.
Exactly.
Their lack of technique is their technique.
Exactly. And you see like
that's why boxers are doing that shit too now. That's why Vasily Lomachenko, who's one of the best boxers in the world, trains with TJ Dillashaw because he said the angles are different in MMA. And then when I get in there with boxers, they're not ready for the angles that I'm coming with because they've never seen before because they're only training with boxers.
Yep.
Yeah, and vice versa. That's the same thing. Like it's different. You get different looks from different backgrounds, from different skills. And if you've never seen it before, you have no answer for it. Because you're expecting this, one thing, and then they're going with a completely another thing, and you have no idea how to answer that.
Yeah, TJ Dillashaw's a good striker. EPO or no EPO, TJ Dillashaw's a good fucking striker.
Yeah, even before the EPO, that boy, he lays it down. He never beat Dominic Cruz, though.
He never beat Dominic Cruz. But is Dominic Cruz going to fight?
Ah, God. If he doesn't come back into this year, it's over. Call it. I think he could beat Henry Cejudo. I think a healthy Dominic Cruz could beat fucking Henry Cejudo, but it's just like, when do we get to see a healthy Dominic Cruz?
Yeah, because Dominic, man.
His body just gave out on him. He's the Tony Romo, but won a championship of MMA.
Yeah.
Where his mind is so good. He sees everything. Just getting his body to react to it is so hard at this point. I don't mind if he doesn't fight again. I really don't. Because what else? You have nothing to prove. You're going to go down as one of the top 3 greatest bantamweights of all time. And, you beat TJ Dillashaw. You beat Uriah Faber twice. You beat TJ Dillashaw. You beat Henan Barao. Or no, he didn't fight Henan Barao. But you've beaten everyone. The WEC. I don't give a shit if he fights again. I don't want him to, because if he comes back and he's not 100%, he loses and he gets finished. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, dude, that Cody Garbrandt fight, it broke him, dude.
Dude, yeah, when you think you're the shit and you have this kid who, like, it's not even like when Conor beat Aldo. You can say, like, what if? Cody Garbrandt beat him for 5 rounds. It wasn't like no flash knockout, nothing. Like, Cody Garbrandt just beat the shit out of him for 5 rounds.
5 rounds, bro.
It was like what Kamaru did to Tyron. Like, you go out there and you win it by knockout, it's whatever. When you dominate all 5 rounds, it's hard mentally to come back from that because it's like, dude, I was the best version of myself. And you have no excuse. Not like, well, I got tired, I got caught. No, he beat your ass for 5 rounds.
Just like, look at what it did to Francis Ngannou when Stipe beat his ass for 5 rounds.
And good for France, he admitted it. When he fought Derek Lewis, he's like, I was scared. It's like, my last fight scared me because I just never went through that before. And a lot of fighters don't admit that. They won't admit that, like, oh, no, I didn't do anything to me. I'm okay.
Yeah.
But France, I think, was the first, like, high-level profile. I was like, no, that fight fucked with me. I got my ass beat. He was like, I believe my own hype, and I was afraid of my next fight because I was worried what was going to happen.
Yeah, because he got a rude awakening that day, bro.
He didn't spar with heavyweights. He did no grappling because he was going to go over there and knock Stipe out, and Stipe beat the shit out of him.
Yeah, Stipe beat the fuck out of him. He beat the fuck out of him, for sure.
The UFC built Francis Ngannou into this unstoppable monster. And all the promos and shit, didn't give a shit about Stipe for 5 rounds. Could have let up more and just still put it on him for that last round and still.
Dude.
Yeah, but yeah, Francis Ngannou actually admitted, he's like, no, fuck that shit, fuck with me. Of course it did. It's like, yeah, got my ass beat for 5 rounds. And he's underestimated the champion, which is a mistake on him. Like, why the fuck would you ever, A, underestimate Stipe Miocic, and B, underestimate the world heavyweight champion? Because you knocked out a couple of guys.
Yeah, you talking about the best guy. You talking about the guy, the most successful heavyweight in UFC history. Time. Yes. I mean, you're going to underestimate
that guy because you knocked out Overeem?
Yeah, because you knocked out Alistair Overeem, bro.
Yeah, Alistair Overeem is a striker. Stipe Miocic is a mixed martial artist. Different.
Very different.
And he learned that.
I mean, bro, I dropped my headphones. There you go. My bad. Yeah, dude, it was he was exposed to a different beast that day. Can you hear me, bro?
Yeah.
Oh,
I hear you.
Yeah, dude, he was exposed to a different beast that day, dude. You didn't hear shit from Francis Ngannou after that fight.
No, I mean, like same thing with he humbled him. He's not as cocky and shit.
Yeah.
And same with Tyron. Tyron, you haven't heard a fucking peep out of him after Kamaru beat his ass. I mean, he talks to Leon Edwards, but it's not like it was.
No.
He ain't saying shit.
Kamaru Usman went in there and took that belt from Tyron Woodley, bro.
Oh, that was the first fight I ever picked Tyron Woodley to win. Gets his ass beat. I was so happy. I fucking hate Tyron Woodley. But I picked him just because of how good he looked against Darren Till. And then Kamaru beat his ass, and I was so happy to be wrong. Like, thank God. Fuck Tyron Woodley.
Not a whole lot of people like Tyron Woodley, man.
I don't like Tyron Woodley because he's fucking annoying. And that bullshit that then he was talking about all these wars he's been in. Like, have you watched your fights, buddy? They're not wars. They're fucking boring. The first Stephen Thompson fight I'll give you was a war. Second fight, garbage. Fight against Damian Maia, garbage. And you want to talk about how you're one of the best pound-for-pound fighters in the world? You can't. You don't finish people. Finishes Darren Till, congrats. And then got his ass beat by Kamaru Usman. Thank God.
He finished the hell out of Darren Till, though. He beat the hell out of Darren Till.
Kobe coming back.
Yo, Kobe's a contender, bro. You got to give credit where it's due. As much as I don't like Kobe,
they're the best 2 welterweights in the world. Them two. I thought there was going to be a lot more wrestling in that fight, but they stood and went at it.
Yeah, they went at it, bro. I don't think
Kamaru Usman had that kind of striking in him.
Dude, Kamaru Usman, his striking looked good. You know what I'm saying? It looked good. I want to see Tyron Woodley duke like that. Tyron Woodley's scared to get into a battle
he is because of what Nate Marquardt did to him.
Mm-hmm.
That was the last time he tried to stand and bang with someone for 5 rounds. And then Nate Marquardt knocked his ass out. But Nate Marquardt also was juicing, so It's a little different.
Yeah, but Tyron Woodley, he don't like that. He don't like that firefight.
No, it's because of Nate Marquardt, and then he just uses superior wrestling. But when you get someone like Kamaru Usman, who's just like, "Hey, this is mine. I'm taking this from you. There's nothing you can do about it."
Yeah,
you have to have an answer, and Tyron didn't.
Yeah, that sucks.
So I'm excited to see Leon Edwards because Leon Edwards, he out-grappled Gunnar Nelson. That's not easy.
No, it's not.
So we'll see if he makes Tyron stand and bang with him. Stephen Thompson did a little bit, but Stephen Thompson's a counterpoint fighter. He doesn't get in your face.
Right. Nope.
Leon Edwards, it sucks he doesn't get the exposure he deserves. The boy's won 8 in a row. Over like RDA, fucking, who else did he beat? Gunnar Nelson. I mean, he's got a list of good names, and yet no one cares about him.
And then he lost to Jorge Masvidal, so that put him back a little bit too.
I fucking hate Leon Edwards, but it sucks that you went 8 in a row and no one's talking about you. And you're trying your best. Like, you talk shit to everyone, and no one even like regards him as a threat.
Yeah, that's the truth.
But yeah, when you get your ass beat backstage like that, it's kind of hard to get any street cred back.
Masvidal's a straight fucking gangster, bro.
Dude, they're fighting in July.
Yeah. I can't wait to see that, bro. What you think?
I feel like Kamaru Usman wins.
You think so?
I mean, Jorge Masvidal can wrestle. I mean, he can grapple, but I mean, he lost a split decision to Damian Maia, which I mean, respect to that because not a lot of people can hang on the ground with Damian Maia, and Jorge Masvidal did a fantastic job. But it's a different. Kamaru Usman's not trying to tap you out. He's just going to try to hold you down and beat the shit out of you. It's different when someone's looking for like submissions and you can catch scrambles and you can manipulate your way on the ground. You can't do that when a wrestler's parked on top of you. I don't know. I don't know because Kamaru Usman might try to strike with him.
Yeah, but
if he tries to strike with him, I give Jorge the chance. But if Kamaru just goes, the same Kamaru Usman who fought Tyron Woodley shows up, I think that it's over for Jorge. But if the Kamaru Usman who showed up to fight Colby and is willing to stand and trade, I think that is Jorge's best chance.
No, I think Jorge's gonna try to catch Kamaru.
And you see, again, have we seen Kamaru Usman get hit clean? Like Kobe hit him with a lot of shots, but he never like went down. He was never like doubled over. He never looked. He got rocked a little bit, but it wasn't like super visible. You have to know like this. He backed up a little bit, but he was never like in trouble.
But Kobe's a volume striker, though.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that's saying like Kobe put it on him, but Kobe didn't like land the one shot that rocked him.
Yeah.
I don't think I've ever seen Kamaru Usman get hit clean. And he dropped and like visibly shaken or like had to move against the cage and cover up.
Yeah,
I don't think that's ever happened.
No,
I don't know. Like he could, but again, how does Kamaru Usman react to being hit like that? Because I've never seen it.
He got cracked by Damian Maia too. Damian Maia cracked him with that left hand a couple of times in that fight.
Who has more submission in the UFC? Damian Maia or Charles Oliveira?
Charles Oliveira.
Okay.
Yeah, he's got it. But
Damian Maia looking good his last couple of fights though.
Dude, he beat the fuck out of Ben Askren, bro. I knew that shit was gonna happen. I said, dude, listen, y'all. If y'all think Ben Askren about to go in there and out grapple Damian Maia, you have lost your fucking minds.
No, if it was wrestling, maybe, but this is MMA.
Yeah, this is MMA, bro. Damian Maia beat his ass.
Ben Askren actually really likes Damian Maia because he said he was the only jiu-jitsu guy he ever saw at wrestling tournaments.
Oh yeah, Damian Maia. Man,
Damian Maia whooped him. Who did he choke out before that? Fucking
Lyman Good.
Yeah. For 42, man, he don't look bad.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Damian Maia's still in it, bro.
He could be the male Roxanne Modafferi who's just whooping ass and no one sees it coming.
Dude, Roxanne Modafferi whooping ass, boy.
Dude, she beat Antonia Shevchenko for me. She took out fucking Macy Barber. Roxanne Modafferi is my fucking hero.
Dude, she is, bro.
No,
she's
Roxanne
a real
Modafferi should fight Lauren Murphy next.
Dude, she'll dispatch Lauren Murphy, bro.
Give me that fucking trifecta, baby. Let me get it.
She'll beat the hell out of She'll beat the hell out of Lauren Murphy, boy.
Dude, Roxanne. If Roxanne's somehow mad, like if she ever won a championship, she'd be my favorite fighter of all time.
Roxanne might go in.
If she has like does like a Michael Bisping, takes the Valentina fight on short notice and goes in there and just shocks the world. God damn.
Roxanne Modafferi might go in there and starch Valentina. That shit would be wild as fuck, bro.
That shit would be fucking insane.
Well, shit. Hell yeah, boy. I would fucking die if that shit would be that would be the biggest, probably the biggest upset in women's mixed martial art besides Amanda Nunes and Cyborg.
No, that would be 100%.
Well, I mean, I wasn't really that shocked though.
Oh no, I picked Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, I mean, I wasn't really that shocked.
I was shocked the way it went down, but I wasn't shocked she won or even knocked her out. I was just shocked how fast she knocked her out.
Dude, Amanda Nunes is a fucking animal.
That fight feels a lot longer than 47 seconds.
It did, didn't it? It did.
When you watch that shit, I thought it was at least a minute and a half, and then under a minute. Dude, it was so fucking wild for that 47 seconds.
Yeah, dude. Because Cyborg caught Amanda with a good shot.
In the very beginning, yeah, Cyborg came out on fire, then Amanda recovered and just started laying it on her.
Amanda threw a perfect left.
She stole that fucking show from John Jones.
She did, dude. For sure.
I was at a bar for that fight, and after that fight happened, everyone left. No one gave a fuck about John Jones because I knew that there's no way John Jones lives up to that. Yeah. There's no way that you're gonna top Amanda Nunes that night. She just was on fire.
Yeah, dude.
The bar empty. No one gave a fuck about John Jones after that because it was just like, how do you recover from that? It was fantastic. That is what made Amanda Nunes a mainstream star. I loved her before that, but that fight was one that was like, okay, she's fucking it.
She had the momentum, bro. She took out the best of She took out the best women's bantamweight fighters.
She's beaten every UFC featherweight champion and every women's bantamweight champion.
Yep. She sure has.
In a matter of like 3 years.
Yep. She starts them all, and she starts them all too, bro.
And she beat the 25 champ.
Yeah, twice.
Which is crazy. Everyone's like, I want to see that fight for a third time. I don't need it.
I don't need it either, bro. Because Amanda could hurt.
It's a size thing with Amanda. It's not about skill. Skill for skill are the same. It's the size.
Amanda could hurt Valentina this time around.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a different animal. So, no, I'm good without that fight. I don't need to see it.
Yeah, I don't need to see it either, bro. Because Amanda might get in there. Valentina might get in there and get hurt by Amanda for real.
Yeah.
Because Valentina has been...
And how are you going to stop to Amanda? Hey, you want to fight this girl that you beat twice for a third time? Fuck no. Beat that bitch twice. Need to do it again.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's a big thing for Valentina, but it's not a big thing for Amanda.
It means nothing to Amanda.
Right.
Even her name's already on my resume twice. It's like DC and Jones. Like everyone's like, calling for the trilogy. Like a heavyweight, I get it. But Daniel Cormier said he never would. And no, John Jones said he never would at heavyweight because he knows.
He said he never would. Yeah.
He knows. But at 205, how it's hard for either one of them to take that fight. No, he beat him, lost to him twice. The only way that fight makes sense is at heavyweight. But Daniel Cormier is only holding out for Stipe, and I don't think he's gonna get it.
Now we got some comments in the comment section. I love that this is the subject right now. I live for an unorthodox striker. Also, when you watch an unorthodox striker, you have to slow down the video footage. Oh, absolutely. And when
like when Tony fought Cowboy, I had to watch that fight 6 or 7 times to see everything that Tony Ferguson landed.
Oh yeah, and when you slow down,
he would just be standing there and then just throwing elbows. Like, wait, hold on, did it catch him?
Yeah,
did that land on?
Yeah. It says, and when you slow down the video footage, you see them clipping and striking their opponents. Loves Kimberly says, I love Lauren Murphy.
Why? Lauren Murphy, if trolls were real, Lauren Murphy would be one.
She'd be one for real. She would.
Hard on the eyes.
Taylor, man. Taylor's crazy, man. But, flyweight is interesting. Flyweight is very interesting, but you got to watch them. What Miesha Tate was the first fighter that drew me to that unorthodox striking. Like, okay, her striking's not that good, but every time you turn around, Miesha was clipping up somebody. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, you know what I'm saying? Like, Miesha can, she's not that good at striking, but her striking is effective. She caught Jessica Eye slipping. You know what I'm saying? She caught Jessica Eye slipping. And you know what I'm saying? Especially when she fought, who did she fight in Strikeforce? Julie Kedzie in Strikeforce, man. That's what really started getting me looking. I'm like, then you got Khabib who does the same thing. You know what I'm saying? Khabib ain't technical. He does his own type of striking, and that shit is effective. You know what I'm saying? You have all these different fighters like, Mackenzie Dern throwing that big right hand, clipping up Amanda Bobby Cooper. You got Rose Namajunas in that awkward half Muay Thai, half boxing style that Rose Namajunas do. Like, it's all different now. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody has their own. Every fighter possesses their own tools that makes them dangerous. Every fighter has things that work for them that they do very well. So, styles make matchups. Styles make matchups. That's why I always say. That's why I say fighters like De La Rosa and Robertson present interesting styles for Valentina. That's what I say. That's why I say that, because styles make matchups.
And their styles, they're different than everybody else's, so it's hard to prepare for that shit.
Exactly. But yeah, Taylor, man, it's been almost 2 hours, man. We getting off this bitch.
All right,
guys. Hey, you guys jump over to SoundCloud and follow my boy Taylor Loder, Winning with Taylor Loder on SoundCloud.
Oh no, we're on Spotify and Apple Podcasts now.
Oh, he's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. That's right.
Fuck SoundCloud, those fucking cunts.
What'd you say, Taylor? Them what?
Them fucking cunts, dude. $16 a fucking month? The fuck out of here.
Really?
Yeah. Fuck
I heard about that other pod. You were talking about that other
Anchor. Yeah, that's
Anchor.
right.
Yeah, you were talking about how good Anchor is, man. I don't know, guys. Y'all think I should
It's
split
free
off
and
the
they
Anchor?
distribute it for me, and I'm like, all right, I'm too busy to fucking do that shit myself. Go for it.
I know, man. I might have to simulcast, man, over the art to what is it, Anchor?
Anchor, yeah, Anchor.fm.
I might have to simulcast, guys. I don't know. I'm gonna have to let my boy Taylor show me how to work that shit. For sure. All right, guys. Well, listen, we getting out of here. We just wanted to come in, chat it up a little bit, do what we do. You guys stay tuned. A lot of good shit coming your way. And watch the rest of this garbage Bellator card. How about you, Taylor?
Yeah. Fucking eye pokes, Miles Jury, you motherfucker.
I know, man. God almighty. It's the era of the eye pokes. But anyways, man, we out of here, bro.
All right, later.
Later.